What's up, guys? Classy Metal here. Finally found some motivation to upload a new video. I have been slacking. I apologize. The work schedule, I've been going to work very early mornings. By the time I get off around the afternoon, I just don't feel like doing much. I'm tired. My sleep schedule's all over the place. I actually close for a change tomorrow night, which is very fitting because it's Halloween. That's the shift nobody else wanted, so that tends to be what I get stuck with quite more often than not. But enough of me complaining about work. I've got a video today. I've got a nice, decent sized box here from Season of Mist Records. This is not a grab bag or mystery box. This is what they dub on their web store as a super stack. It is 20 CDs, $20. If you're here in the US, you can hit up that media mail, which is awesome. It comes out to about $1.25 a CD. Like I said, it's not a mystery box. It's not a grab bag. They actually tell you everything that's in this super stack before you purchase. I am going to link up in the description the link to purchase one of these. That way, if you see one and want to grab it for yourself, you can do so. At the time of me making this video, they are still available. Usually when I make these videos, they tend to sell out fairly quick. I know that they're probably pretty limited on the quantities of these that they have available. So if you see this and you like it and you want to check it out and get your own, I would do so as soon as possible before they're actually gone. So it will be linked up in the description. I will also list all of the CDs. They won't be in the order that I show them. I'm just going to copy and paste straight from the Season of Mist web store, put that in the description. That way you can see, if you don't feel like watching this whole video, I know some of you don't like me, you just like some of the stuff I show, you can go check it out down there, save yourself some time. You may not like me, but I'm still looking out for you. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I haven't really just gone through this, just opened it up. They do have a download code here for a Season of Mist 2020 sampler. Not going to give that out. I'm probably going to keep that to myself. I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and say it if you hear my dogs moving around. One of them is being very clingy. I did not have it in my heart to kick her out of the man cave while I'm in here doing this video. So you may hear her moving around, hear her collar kind of jingling around. You already have to contend with the aquarium noise. So, I mean, if you have to hear a dog squeaking a toy or scratching or whatever, that's what's going on if you happen to hear any noise. Also, 2 of my 3 light bulbs in my my ceiling light just blew out today for no reason. Haunted house, I don't know. So I'm going to be fighting. It doesn't look so bad on the camera where I'm looking at it like your perspective, seeing it. It's kind of hard for me probably to read some of these spines or band names or that type stuff. I may struggle a little bit just because it is a little dark in here for me. Just going to get right into it. First CD that's in this is a band called Climate 19. I believe that's how you pronounce it. They spell it KLIMT 1918. This says for fans of Catatonia, The Cure, Interpol. I'm not the biggest Catatonia fan, but I tend to like bands that have that little hype sticker on there that says for fans of Catatonia. It's kind of weird how that tends to work out sometimes. I'm assuming this is kind of gothy type stuff, doomy. I'm not really familiar with that band, but that will be something for me to check out. Next up, it looks like we have some black metal. This is a band called Ofermod, I believe is how you pronounce that, with their album Tiamtu. I butchered all of that. I apologize. Not super familiar with this at all. It just says it strikes with venom and purpose. I thought it was pretty funny. Look at that. I don't know how well that picture, that guy, this guy right here. That picture's awesome. That's a classic picture. Only death is sacred. So next up, we have Rage Nuclear, I believe is how you pronounce that, with Unrelenting Fucking Hatred. This is just some blackened, deathy goodness featuring Lord Worm from Cryptopsy, from early Cryptopsy. I did thoroughly enjoy his time and output with Cryptopsy. I've heard bits and pieces of this. I have not heard this album in its entirety, so I am very much looking forward to being pummeled to death by this release. Next up, We have the Dillinger Escape Plan with option Paralysis. I'm not completely sure if I still have this album in my collection or not. I know I've had it in my collection a few times. This album is pretty prevalent in Season of Mist grab bags when they've done the grab bags and mystery boxes in the past. This one I've gotten a few copies of. Thankfully, this one is in a jewel case. The ones that I got in the past were in this god-awful digipack that folded out 100 different ways, and I absolutely hated it. It was a nightmare. It almost made me not want to pull the CD off and listen to it just because I had to fumble with that awful digipack. So, if I'm going to have it in my collection again, I am thankful it is in a jewel case. I may actually give it a little bit more of a chance and a few more spins just because it's in the jewel case. Next up, we have a band called Replacire, I believe is how you pronounce that, with Do Not Deviate. This looks like some more blackened, maybe blackened death metal type stuff. I'm not familiar with this. I am digging that artwork. I don't know how well you guys can make it out between the glare and the piss poor lighting in here tonight, but I do apologize for that. But I am looking forward to checking this one out. This looks like it be something that was right up my alley. It's one thing I love about Season of Mist. They have a very wide range of material under their banner. They have all types of metal, all types of heavy stuff, and I tend to like a lot of different facets of metal, a lot of different facets of extreme music, and they have a lot of stuff to offer for me personally under their Season of Mist banner. So I tend to like stuff that I'd never heard of coming from them. Sometimes, more often than not, I find myself enjoying it. Next up, we have some folk metal. This is Silent Stream of Godless Elegy with Návaz. I am kind of excited to check this one out. Anytime I see something that says for fans of Moon Sorrow, it says for fans of Moon Sorrow, Deviate, and Finntroll. So I mean, you can't go wrong with any of those three bands. Definitely looking forward to checking this one out as well. Next up, we have Necronomicon with Advent of the Human God. This is another one that I haven't taken the time to check out. So I almost, in some ways, this can almost be like a bit of a mystery box for me just because there's so much new material for me to check out. But the fact that I did not own a ton of this stuff was more than enough at the price point that it was available for me to check out, for me to go ahead and pull the trigger and make a purchase. Next up is an album that I do own. This is Finntroll with Visor Slutet. I do love Finntroll. I haven't really listened to them in quite some time. I have quite a bit of their material in my collection. I haven't picked up anything of theirs that they put out anytime recently, but I do have some of their older material. I do own this one already, but that is a pretty fantastic album there. Pretty nice slab of folk metal. Next up, we have Kin Mode with Entrench. I believe I've had this in my collection at one point. I do not have it in the collection now. Maybe if I go back and revisit it, I will enjoy it a bit more than I did in the past. I know sometimes tastes change, moods change, and you listen to something that you didn't particularly care for back at some point in your life, and you hear it now, and it seems to hit different. So sometimes revisiting some of this stuff is a blessing in disguise. But anyway, we have Kin Mode with Entrench. Next up, we have Bastard Feast with Osculum and Infame. I do already own this one. Pretty solid stuff right here. I enjoy it quite a bit. I believe I got this in a grab bag at some time in the past. Pretty good, just kind of black and hardcore. It almost feels like it has a few bits of sludgy type elements at times. It says recommended if you like the Black Dahlia Murder, Black Breath, Nails, Trap Them, Tragedy. So I mean that little hype sticker's all over the place. You're not really gonna gain much from that. Next up, we have excuse me, Kylesa. Yeah, I know this band's made the rounds. This is from the Vaults, Volume 1, so it looks to be a compilation of some of their stuff. I haven't really taken the time to check out just a ton of their material. I know they get kind of mixed reactions. I think it's kind of doomy type stuff, maybe stonerish type stuff. So I don't know. I'll check it out and see what I think. Next up, we have Mystic Circle with the Bloody Path of God. I see this album all over the place. Somehow I have dodged having it in my collection this long. I don't know why. There's been times where I almost pulled the trigger, because usually you can find this album for next to nothing. That artwork and everything kind of draws me in. I usually end up taking it out of my cart or finding something else that I was wanting instead and not pulling the trigger, but now I do have that in the collection. Next up, we have Elitist with Fear in a Handful of Dust. This is actually a pretty solid release as well. I do already own this one, but I enjoy it quite a bit. I actually haven't pulled it off the shelf in far too long, so this may be a little reminder. When you have over 4,000 CDs, it's kind of, sometimes things just kind of get shelved for longer than they should. This just says old school extreme metal meets sludgecore. That's a pretty solid way to put this. So yeah, I will probably have to dust my copy off, pull it off the shelf, and give it a listen here in the very near future. Next up, we have Chaostar with Anomima. This is an orchestral masterpiece by Septic Flesh composer Christos. I can't pronounce his last name, so I don't know. I don't know too much about this one, but it looks pretty interesting. I don't know. Somehow I missed the hype behind this one, but they went all out on this DIGIPAK, so looking forward to checking that out. I'm not sure what I'm in store for with that. Next up is another one that I do own, but I actually do enjoy this. Probably going to get demonetized because it has naked breast on the cover. This is Eths with 3. There you go. There you go, guys. You're welcome. But very good stuff here. This is another one that I have not listened to in so long. I do need to check that one out. It almost has a melodic death metal feel going on at times, almost a metalcore time stuff going on as well. I have not listened to that one in ages. It's literally been years since I've listened to that, so I definitely need to change that sometime in the very near future. Next up, we have Saint Vitus with Lillie F65. I do already own this one. Good slab of doom metal. Saint Vitus are doom metal pioneers, and this album is pretty solid. I see it going for pretty cheap now. I know when it first came out, the price tag on that was kind of hefty. CDs have kind of fallen out of grace, and you can get stuff like that fairly cheap now. Next up, we have Emptiness with Not For Music. That almost has like a post-black vibe. I'm not sure what to expect from Emptiness. I know that there are some black metal bands. There are a couple black metal bands named Emptiness. I believe I know one for sure that's in my collection out of South America. I'm thinking from Brazil. I do not think this is the same band, but I don't know what to expect from that one. Definitely looking forward to see what I'm in store for. Next up, we have Griffin with the Slideshow. I do already own this one. I got this in a grab bag. Not too terribly. It was probably one of the latter grab bags that I did from Season of Mist that I got that one in. I don't remember particularly just loving it, but as I said, it's been a little while since I've even listened to it. Next up, we have The Lion's Daughter with Existence is Horror. It says recommended if you like Neurosis, Tombs, Thou. So this ought to be a nice little treat. I have seen some hype for this album in the past. I never took the time to check it out, so this will be a golden opportunity for me to do so. I believe we got one more CD, and then with some stickers and that type stuff. We have Sinistro with Cement. Not familiar with this one at all. Crushing yet graceful, heavy, doomy rock with a soundtrack-esque approach and gorgeous female vocals. That actually sounds like something that I could get behind, to be quite honest with you. So that's another one that has kind of piqued my interest, and looking forward to checking that out. Looks like we've got just a few little promo materials. That is all of the CDs. So if you were looking for an escape route, you now have one. And they actually gave me 2 downloads. So if you actually stuck out the video, the first person that wants to redeem this, you definitely can. This is a fall 2020 sampler compilation from Season of Mist. I'm going to hold it up to the screen. So if you are the lucky one that wants to take the time, if we can get it to focus, this may be a lost cause. Let me see what we can do. I'm going to try. I'm going to try my hardest for you. And it does not. Between the lighting, I'm trying. This whole video is falling apart. There we go. Go to bandcamp.com/yum and you got 49kv 3TDR. So first person that wants to grab that, feel free. We got some promo material from Vessel of Light. I believe that's Nathan Opposition from Ancient Wisdom is in Vessel of Light. I've seen that promoted quite a bit. Got some Gaia stickers, Season of Mist sticker, Solstice sticker there, and then just some more promo materials. So that's all. Packing slip, promo materials, all good stuff. I am looking forward to checking out some of these CDs, some of this new stuff. Killer deal, $20 for all of that. You cannot go wrong with that. So it's in the description. Go check it out. Get one. I have a few of the Classy Metal t-shirts. A very few. I believe extra large is left. I think I have 3 of those. 2 smalls and 1 2X. So if you want a shirt, you might want to get in on that now before those are gone. They make excellent Christmas presents. High quality material. All that, I don't know. I'm not good at the sales pitch there. But definitely go get one of those out. It is a great way for you to help support this channel. That's all I've got for today. I have some ideas going for a new series besides the 7 Deadly Spins. I am going to keep the 7 Deadly Spins going, but I have some ideas going, almost like a From the Vault type idea to start pulling some older albums. 7 Deadly Spins tends to focus on brand new stuff. There are some older albums that I've had in my collection that I'm picking up, putting in my collection that deserve to be revisited. Some of them are kind of overlooked type stuff and stuff that you may not have heard of. So I'm trying to get that series together, trying to wrap my head around exactly how I want to execute that, but that should be coming in the very near future. That's all I've got for today. I have taken enough of your time up. As always, I appreciate all of you guys. The support that you show this channel is amazing. Stay classy, stay metal, and I will see you very soon. I promise.